Yeah, basically this is a big challenge of getting good researchers. Now there are two kinds of researchers that we can get as far as students is concerned. One are the full-time PhD students or full-time scholars, research scholars, and the other one is of course the part-time researchers. As far as the first one is concerned, that when we are picking up people who are, so we look at three things. So there's a due diligence that we do as far as shortlisting is concerned, wherein of course we will see they have already have some track record in terms of publishing or citations and things like that. We also look at whether they have been JRFs and they have gone through some kind of a formal certification somewhere. And the third one is we also, now this is little questionable, that we do also look at the kind of institutions they are coming from. You see, because certain institutions, they have got culture of research. So not to call it that we are discriminatory, but everything, so we do a point system and when we have shortlisted, and then of course we have an interview, look at their motivation, because capability and motivations are two different things. One is to, capability possibly is easier because there is some data to support that you can work out, but as far as motivation is concerned, that's sometimes difficult. So we of course go through 3 or 4 rounds when we are so we are very cautious about the fact that when we are getting somebody as either a research scholar or full-time, or we are appointing somebody as a research associate to a faculty. So we go through a due diligence, and this is what I said, that's one thing that we do. As far as part-time is concerned, we purely go by motivation. And for example, we have got Center for Interdisciplinary Research because certain things don't fall in A school or B school. So we call it CIDRI. And in that CIDRI, so one of the, by an example is that one of the police officials, and he has been very passionate about peace, and also that at the intersection of Advait and Sufism. Now that was some topic that was very weird. Now none of my schools were going to take it, so obviously I said I'll take it myself in the CIDRI. Very strong motivation, the kind of motivation that, and similarly I have got examples, somebody from Air Force, somebody from other public life, somebody from social life. So the motivation, if it is very high, that's a very good indicator of getting a good researcher. So these are my takes, sir, as far as the...
But how would you check motivation at the beginning? That could be a challenge, and that's where many of us fail.
Correct.
The guy, when he's seeking something, he is falling flat, saying everything which you want him or her to say. But later they show their true colors. So have you had good experience of checking the motivation or not?
So we go by multiple modes. So basically what happens, you can impress some people, sometime not all the people, all the time is the philosophy I'm going. Okay. So like that IG impressed me. He's the IG of Uttarakhand. I actually put him to 3 or more other faculty of mine that do check it out. But yes, it's a very difficult thing to check, and I also did some kind of a due diligence finding out from, because I knew the DG police. So I did try to find out. So I think for finding out motivation, one has to do something like what you do, reference checks, etc. Okay. When you hire people, it is almost not up to that level, but something similar.
Okay, great. Thank you.